Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a video that I'm not real happy about making, and I've made 100 videos or more than 100 videos on YouTube, and I'm always happy to make videos, and this is a video I'm not real happy about making because some low-life piece of crap person drilled a hole in the gas tank of my Ford Ranger pickup, and they did this to steal gas, I'm assuming, unless it was just vandalism to try to do something to me. Personally, I don't know, but I'm assuming just some lowlife trying to steal gas. And what I found out was that these trucks or modern cars, they have plastic gas tanks, and it's something I never really thought about until this happened to me. Apparently, late 90s, car manufacturers started making their gas tanks out of plastic, which makes it real easy for someone to just punch a hole or poke a hole in the gas tank. Anyway, today I'm going to try to make a temporary repair using JB Weld on this gas.
My name is Doug. I'm a retired school teacher. I built a camper van out of an old service van. I will take you with me camping, fishing, going to the beach, going to baseball games. I'm going to teach you how to save some money. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Holiday Tinn.
So about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, I went to use my pickup truck. I have a Ford Ranger, it's 2011 Ford Ranger, and I don't drive it very often, maybe once a week. I use it to go to Home Depot and places like that, and go to the dump. And if it's raining, sometimes I'll drive my pickup truck because it has mud and snow, rain weather tires on it. It's better for the rain instead of driving my little car or my van. Anyway, when I started it up, I noticed that the fuel tank light was on my dash, and that was strange to me because I knew that I had at least a quarter to half a tank of gas in my truck. And then I figured, well, I might as well drive it to the gas station if I'm on E and the light is on. I get to the gas station, I start pumping my gas, and I notice gas is just leaking like a steady stream out the bottom of my gas tank. So this is the hole in my gas tank, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to repair this with a JB Weld. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the floor jack, and I'm gonna jack up my truck on one side so that it leans away from the hole in the tank so the gas in the tank will flow to the other side. Got a floor jack over here, and I'm gonna do that and then try to clean up the tank, get it all prepped, and try to get the JB Weld on there. I have to rough up the area around the hole to try. Okay, now I got a jack stand over here, and here's my gas tank with the hole. Hopefully the gas is going to that side of the tank. I'm going to try to dry this off. So it's starting to dry, but it looks like there's still seepage. I don't know. There's a double bladder inside this thing, like a second layer of plastic that has gas in between it, and it's still kind of seeping out. Not really sure, but I need to rough it up with sandpaper. But what you can see is when they use that cordless drill to drill in here, you can see where they roughed up the gas tank already right there. It's all rough and chewed up right here, because when they use the drill, it's obviously going in a circle real fast, and it's got this all roughed up. So I'm gonna get some sandpaper, rough this up. So I've decided this screw, try it. It's a little bit smaller than that brass plug that I got. Put some Teflon tape around here. Always forget which way to wrap Teflon tape. You always find out when you go to put it back together or screw it in, whether or not you went the right way with Teflon tape. Okay, I got some Teflon tape wrapped around the screw. Let's see what happens if I can get it in there. Well, the screw is in there. I don't see any gas leaking around it, so I'm gonna mix up my JB weld and put it around there. Okay, I bought the JB weld. It says that it's chemical and fuel resistant, and I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube about using a JB weld to do this kind of repair on a gas tank. And there's just as many videos that say that this does not work as many videos that say that it does work. So I've watched a lot of YouTube videos about people who have tried to repair their gas tank this way. For me, it's a temporary fix until I can get the Ford dealership to order my gas tank and put in a new gas tank, and that's my insurance company, because this is technically vandalism. So it's covered under my insurance, but only so much. I want to mix this up. It says that it takes 6 hours to set and then 24 hours to cure. So I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna put on the gas tank, and I'll leave the truck in my garage all night, which I make this in generous proportions because I've already damaged the tube, plus I have a lot of area I want to cover. I'm gonna make a big glob on that screw, so I'm gonna make up quite a bit here, mix it up. It's supposed to be even proportions, so I'm gonna make a lot of this up, mix it all up really good. Actually half a tube or more, because I damaged this tube right here and it's going to come outside. Okay, so now we got problems. Okay. Well, it's on there. So we'll let it sit there for 6 hours, and then see what it looks like. And then it's supposed to take 24 hours to cure, and we'll see what happens. Well, today's day 2. I've let the J&B weld cure or set up for 24 hours. Let's take a look under the truck and see what it looks like. So here it is right here. Pretty hard. What I think I'm gonna do is get some sandpaper, rough it up around the edges. I think I'm gonna put a second coat on this. It still feels kind of sticky right here in the spot where I put the screw. I'm gonna rough this up around the outside edges. I'm gonna put another coat over this and let it set up for another 24 hours. So I still have it on the jack stand and have it lean it so the fuel in the tank is going away from the hole. I'm not going to take it off the jack stand until I put the second coat on today, and then I let it cure for another 24 hours. And then tomorrow I'll take the jack stand off and we'll see if it holds fuel. Well, today I'm going to be more careful, and I'm not going to cut into this. Yesterday I cut into it with my knife and I punctured the tube, so I'm going to be a little more careful with it today. Maybe I'll just open this up from the back side. That way. There we go. So I'm going to let that set up for another 24 hours, and I think I mentioned it before, but I'd like to say again that this is not a paid product review or anything for J&B Weld. I just watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and a lot of people said it works and some people said that it doesn't. But as far as this vandalism, people stealing gas this way, you may or may not know that a lot of modern vehicles, they have a ball in the filler tube or down at the bottom of the filler tube, and it prevents someone from trying to siphon gas with a small tube or hose the old traditional way. So these low life pieces of shit people will come by late at night with a power drill, a cordless drill, and just drill a hole in your plastic gas tank. And it probably is a lot faster than trying to siphon gas out the old way anyway, because it's a straight drain right from the side of your gas tank, steady flow right into a gas can. Anyway, my hope is for, the police to start patrolling this neighborhood more often. I've asked them to do that, patrol more often. They maybe can find these low life pieces of shit who want to drill a hole into the gas tank, because this is going to cost me $2,000 to fix this with a new gas tank. So I went to the Ford dealership and I got an estimate, and they said that it would be with cost of parts and labor about $2,000. The new gas tank from Ford, the OEM parts, that's a $900 gas tank. So I filed a claim with my insurance company, Farmers Insurance Company, and the insurance adjuster says that Farmers will only pay or factor in the amount for an aftermarket gas tank or a refurbished used gas tank. I guess they recondition gas tanks and they sell them as new ones, and those gas tanks can be as low as $150. So that is what my insurance company will only pay for, is $150. So I go back to Ford and I tell them, look, my insurance company says that they'll only cover $150 towards the gas tank, and that you guys should put in an aftermarket gas tank. Well, of course, Ford doesn't want to do that. Ford made it sound like you're not going to get this vehicle fixed anytime soon. They made it sound like it could be weeks and weeks before they could order a used or aftermarket gas tank. But of course, if I wanted the OEM gas tank, they said they could have it in a couple days, maybe in the middle of next week. I don't know what kind of moron it takes to hold a cordless drill out in front of somebody's house late at night in the dark, because a cordless drill could easily be mistaken for a gun. And if a homeowner sees you late at night and you're holding this, the homeowner could easily mistake this as a gun. And again, the other thing about this is that these morons don't realize is the police could also mistake this for a gun late at night in the dark. At some point, they're gonna try this with the wrong person, and they're gonna find themselves staring down the business end of somebody's shotgun, and it's probably not going to turn out well for them. So I'm going to emphasize that I'm making a temporary repair on this, because I am going to have Ford dealership replace the gas tank, and my insurance is going to contribute part of the cost, not very much, but part of it. Anyway, I just want to emphasize this is going to be a temporary repair until I can get the new gas tank installed. Okay, today is day 3 of trying to do this temporary patch repair of my gas tank. It's nasty weather outside. Anyway, I put JB Weld on there for a second time, like a second coat, and I've got some gas right here, fresh gas. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some gas in the gas tank, then I'm going to take it off the jack stand, and then let the fuel come back to that side where I put the patch on the tank, and we'll see if it leaks. I've got good news about Ford with my new gas tank. They called me today and they said the gas tank is in, and that I can take the truck over there tomorrow. So let's check it out. Let's see if this thing leaks. So I put in a gallon or a gallon and a half, and it doesn't look like there's any moisture. I don't see anything leaking. So I'm going to take it off the jack stand and we'll see what happens when the gas flows back this way. Okay, so I let her down off the jack stand, and feels kind of tacky. I don't know. This has been 24 hours since I put on the second coat from yesterday, but so far I don't see any gas leaking out. I'm gonna wait maybe about an hour and check it. Well, it's been about an hour and no leak yet. I mean, if there's gonna be one, it looks real shiny and it still feels a bit sticky, but it's not coming off on my finger or anything. It's not leaving a fingerprint, I don't think. I dripped it on this shield. I'm wondering if there's anybody who can leave in the comments if there is a plate that I can order to, you know, a metal plate to cover this whole tank, you know, bolted onto the skid plate or something. And I mean, this tank is really long. It goes all the way up there to the front, and it goes way back there in the back. And I don't know if you can probably have one fabricated, I guess, but so far no leak. The pan under here is dry, and I don't see any leak at all here yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this outside. It's kind of raining today, and maybe the rain will wash off some of the dust. Okay, this is a full 72 hours after the first apply, and no leaks. I'm headed over to the Ford dealership. I got a gas can here in case I run out of gas. Okay, I just dropped off the truck here at the Ford dealership, and they should be giving me a call this afternoon, tell me the progress. They said that the tank should be replaced by sometime tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Well, I just picked up my truck from Ford. $2,000 bill for a new gas tank. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to my channel. Tomorrow I'm having a vibration alarm installed on the truck. So if this ever happens again, somebody tries to do this crap to me, the alarm's gonna go off and wake me up, and